It's The Witcher reaction time.
Oh, yeah. And now that we've finished the Witcher series on Netflix, let's go back and reflect on some of the best stuff we saw. All right, so I would have to say the absolute best fight scene, ironically enough, actually was the one fight scene in the market in the very first episode. That first time you saw Geralt unleash havoc on a bunch of bandits was just wild. Totally insane. But at the same time, it's a little bit disappointing because after that point, I don't think any other fight scene came close even.
Right.
You know, the fight in the cave with the giant monsters, like him fighting any of the monsters for that matter, none of it came close. So I don't know if, each episode was directed by someone different or was choreographed differently, but this one in particular, everything about it, the shot for shot scenario, the clever way of taking someone down, the gruesomeness of it was just shocking the first time you saw it. So I want to have you check it out.
Right. Let's watch this.
All right. And away we go.
The market.
She knew you'd come.
Where's Renfrey?
She's at the tower with your little friend, Marilka.
She gave us a message to pass on to you. You have to choose the lesser evil.
It's an ultimatum. Get it?
It's a little unclear, too, why they suddenly want to help her.
Fuck.
Yes.
Whoa! At this point, I would just be running.
Then you're not a warrior.
Damn straight, but I'm alive.
Yes!
God, that was so good. That was so good. All right, let's watch the fight with Renfrey as well because it's a nice continuation.
That's right.
And away we go.
You chose.
Let the girl go.
I will kill her.
Yeah,
I will
she
kill
doesn't.
everyone here until Strakabor comes down.
Leave Blaviken. It's not too late.
Magic doesn't work on me. Silver does, though.
Silver is for monsters. If we cross swords,
She's a good
I won't
fighter.
be able to stop.
Maybe Electro.
They created me just as they created you. We're not so different.
Damn!
That was awesome. Kind of wish she got killed. She would have been another awesome fight scene later on.
For me, when Wolfgang Stegemann, his team, and I designed that fight. Wolfgang, I worked with on Mission Impossible Fallout, in fact. And I had the great fortune and opportunity of bringing him on for the reshoots when we shot that scene in episode 1.
I'm telling you, those two fights, and I'm going to treat them as like one sequence, it was the best of the whole season. And I don't understand why they couldn't have topped that, because quite frankly, they were very intimate fights. They could have definitely done more with this particular style of shooting and this particular style of swordplay, because it had a lot of, in many ways, it felt somewhat kung fu-like, because kung fu fighting is a lot of attack, pose, right? So you're going through these type of motions back and forth, and they incorporated some of that type of like, movement like that, and it's really cool, but the later ones never have that same level of, I'm going to say choreography at this point. I don't think the fight choreography for any other fights came close.
I really wanted to get that across with Geralt. I wanted it to seem like he was flowing from movement to movement. And every single move, even if it was a parry, could turn into attack. And you couldn't really tell the difference between the two.
So good, though.
It is so good. Maybe because that's not how we should be focusing on that kind of fight, because it's more of the monsters and, weird stuff that...
Well, he doesn't just fight monsters in later episodes. He also fights humans as well. He has definitely a couple more fight scenes against a bunch of soldiers, against a bunch of other warriors. I get it. When he does fight monsters, it feels much more like a brutal fight. It's almost more like a fist fight where it's just whatever it takes type of thing. But these fights against other people, when it's like sword fights, feel they work really well if they incorporate this type of choreography, and especially when they incorporate some of his magic into it as well. It's really, really cool. So let's see more of that. I want more of that. Season 2. Thank you very much.
Listen, Netflix. It's not the Netflix. Sorry.
It is Netflix. Netflix paid for everything.
Oh, that's right.
So Netflix can say, you better give me some good choreography. Put some more budget into it, Netflix.
Hire John.
What do I know about fighting?
I don't know. You were mentioning about...
No, I can just react. So what am I just going to sit there while they're fighting like, oh, awesome. No, do it again. That was not good enough for a reaction video.
It's important to have some commenters.
Yes, like two old Muppets sitting in the balcony. Yeah, that's exactly what they need on set for Witcher's season 2.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for the season 2.
The important thing was to show the storytelling aspect. It was to show Geralt's different sides of Geralt. And in that fight, you do see different sides.